So I will start with the computer there, like yesterday. That's okay.
We go, wow! I feel good. Know that I would know. I feel good. I know that I would know. So good, so good. I got you. Wow, I feel nice. Sugar and spice. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. Yeah! Come on, huh? And when I hold you in my arms, I know that I can do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, love can do you no wrong. And I feel nice, sugar and spice. I feel nice, sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, love can do you no harm. And I feel nice, sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. Wow, I feel good. Know that I would know. I feel good. Know that I would know. So good, so good. I got you. So good, so good. I got you. So good, so good. I got you. Woo!
Welcome everyone. Happy to see you today. The party was great yesterday. So let's have a look at what happened over the past year. 2017 has been an amazing year. Everything was crazy. We have now 3.7 million of active users in Odoo, which is huge. For a B2B company, 3.7 million users, it's just amazing, including the community users, of course. We have 13,000 community modules, which is amazing. It's the biggest, by far, the biggest enterprise app store ever. So we have a huge community of people contributing. I think the second one is Force.com, and there are 5,000 something apps. So that gives you an idea of the strength and the size of Odoo now. In terms of revenue for this company, not only we are profitable, and we also grow the revenue by 67% per year. It's just crazy. We are recruiting like crazy, and the cash is coming faster than what we can recruit. With $28 million of billing this year. So the good thing is now that everything is sustainable. We know we will continue evolve faster and faster, while keeping being financially independent. We have today 834 partners. Those guys are amazing. They created the market of Odoo, so thank you, all the partners in the room. Thank you. And before going further into the strategy and what we plan for the next year, let's have a look at one of our customers. They manufacture parachutes for drones. So it's a manufacturing industry, and they decided to use Odoo a few months ago.
3D Shoots started out with the simple idea of making the best possible parachutes for the amateur and hobby rocketry business in 2007. Since then, around 2009, we got into the early drone market and began to specialize products for that. And now, and with the help of Odoo, in 2017, 10 years later, we feel like we're poised to really make a mark for safety, for drones for flight over people.
As of today, we have over 3,000 customers in all 50 states. We've had business on all continents, even Antarctica, and our parachutes have been in somewhere over 55 countries.
As drone technologies get established into our national airspace, is that there's safety considerations that we have to consider. So potentially flying over people, drones will be flying over people. We need to integrate a safety methodology in which if a drone does happen to have a problem, that it's not going to fall quickly onto the ground and potentially over to people.
Safety is key to adoption of drones, especially in more populated areas. You know, if you want to fly over an event or people, you have to have safety systems, and parachutes are a key part of that.
So before Odoo, I managed the company through, I think, around 6 different spreadsheets. I have orders spreadsheet, and I had one that I tracked manufacturing. I had several spreadsheets for different sewing houses that we worked with and tracking their stuff. All invoices had to be done off Excel, creating, essentially sales orders for them manually. And the whole payables was disconnected. It was totally a separate process, so we never had, a complete view of what the whole business and where it's at. As far as how we moved into Odoo, I think February last year I started putting the feelers out for different ERP systems, and I actually got a referral from one of my other colleagues about Open ERP, and that led me to Odoo. And around April, I really liked what I saw, and I came on platform.
Odoo is user-friendly, very easy to learn. Training was very simple for me, and it makes everything seamless. It dumps everything all into one easy-to-use platform.
In just less than 3 months even, we had switched to having all of our orders, sales orders, go through Odoo. And within around 3 months after that, we had manufacturing on it. And a few months after that, we had accounting and all the modules plugged in. So from April to October 1st, we went from, spreadsheets to a complete integrated system with accounting. For me, having been overloaded with spreadsheets before, it gave me time back to do activities that are a lot more fun for our business.
Odoo has made everything more seamless. It has combined all these different programs that we would have had on different spreadsheets or other websites into one simple, easy-to-use website. Odoo makes my job possible. All the communication I do with customers is all on one platform. So I can email a customer, I can generate a quote, and then I can set reminders to keep track of it, as well as then create a sales order. And then they can pay for it and it can go into the system all at one go.
We have a platform now that is capable of handling all the back office and back end that we had to do before manually. So it lets us now focus on our product and developing better process for our customers and being able to elevate us up to really, the next level, not just the next level, but many levels beyond where we're at now.
With Odoo, there's nothing Fruity Shoots can't achieve. The sky's the limit.
So as I said, the numbers are incredible. Year after year, we see all the numbers growing, everything around Odoo growing, but it's always good to have the feeling of the customer, how happy our customers are, or big the community are when we see you today, or efficient the partners are to deploy new ERPs. So that's very important. Let's talk about the future now. Odoo 11. Odoo 11 will be released today. So for both Odoo Committee and Enterprise. You can already download it on our website, access on GitHub, the branches there, the installers are available, and you can subscribe on Odoo Online too. So Odoo 11 has been launched on all the platforms for the two products. And as usual, we did a video explaining all the features of Odoo 11. So I will show you the video that will be the teaser of Odoo 11 right now. So the release notes are available online, so if you want a detailed list of new features, you can go to this URL. So how you can benefit from the new version. For existing customer, if you are on Odoo Online, you will have an upgrade button where you can upgrade when you want, so you decide from your portal. For the existing customer that use Odoo Enterprise, you can use the upgrade platform right now and upload your database. For the new customers, if you subscribe on Odoo Online, it's already on version 11, and you can already buy the Odoo Enterprise on the usual URL. As usual, we'll do a roadshow. So last year, the roadshows were incredible. So roadshows are events we organize with the partners. We have around 115 attendees per roadshow in different countries, sometimes up to 500 people in the room. So we'd like you, if you are a partner, to contact your account manager so that we can organize a presentation in your country and show Odoo together. We'll also announce a new pricing. So last year, we decreased the price in some countries like Spain. It has been a huge success for us. So today we continue. We will decrease the price by 40% in the following countries. So the Arabia and United Arab Emirates. And we'll have a new pricing. The thing is, we have lots of new things to this year. We do have Odoo Online, Odoo Enterprise, the free offer of Odoo Online, Odoo Open Source. Now we are adding Odoo.sh. So it starts to be a lot of different offers and products. So we decided it's the right time to simplify the pricing and come to only one offer. So obviously we'll not do that anymore. And we come to one offer. It's Odoo. You buy Odoo Enterprise, which is the same whether you want to use it online, on-premise, or through Odoo.sh. So the deployment method is just a deployment method. You only have one product, so it's less confusing for the client. We also removed the minimum of 5 users. So starting off tomorrow, you can buy a license for just 1 user. We think it's fair, because we noticed that we have a lot of small companies using Odoo, so let's start the pricing at 1 user. You can also buy monthly now for on-premise if you buy on Odoo.sh. That's also very important for small companies. I think selling monthly is a game changer in our industry. We allow it on Odoo.sh only, not on Odoo Enterprise. And there is a new pricing page that you can check online. The price changed a little bit. It's the one we had for Odoo. It's the price we had for Odoo Online, but that has been decreased by 20% on average. So now you have a price per user and a price per app, which is very different from the Odoo Enterprise that has only one price. So someone using a full manufacturing industry will pay a little bit more than someone that just needs a CRM or that just needs a website, which is good and fair. And those are the prices for the Belgium, France, and those countries. Of course, we have different prices in different countries, so don't have a look at the price there. It's just to give you an example on how we quote. So today we are also launching Odoo.sh. It's in beta for now, but it's fully working. We started using it for our own customer, but don't expect everything to be perfect because we'll have a few weeks, months of to become mature because it's a complex infrastructure. But you can start using it and register on Odoo.sh right now if you want to play with it. The final release of Odoo.sh will be December of this year. So we give us 3 months to beta test with all the partners that want to use the platform right now. And after that, there will be the stable release in January. And Odoo.sh has been a platform that we designed to improve the way the partner works. So we wanted our partner network to be more professional, to have a great continuous integration, great deployment practice, clean integration with the email. So that was the role of Odoo.sh. It has been the first time we designed a product for the partners. Usually we design products for the end users, like Odoo. Odoo is a product for the end user. For the first time ever, we designed a product that is more for the partners and the developer, Odoo.sh. So that's why we want 3 months of beta, so to be sure it gets perfect. So this year we were thinking about a lot of things about how can we improve the partner network, how can we deliver better service to the customer, how can we better collaborate with the partner. So Odoo.sh has been one move. We did different moves last year, like a clean e-learning platform, a certification program so that we can certify the partners. And now we ask, what was the #1 problem remaining for the partner? And when you talk to the partner, you always hear the same thing. We need more resources. The customers around Odoo are not a problem. Everyone wants to use Odoo. But most of our partners have a problem of resources. So in order to fix this problem, we decided to launch something we stopped a few years ago because it was not a core business model, but to launch it back in order to help our partners to grow and have a capacity to accept more customers. So we launched our development services from our Indian team. So those are the research and development, the guys who work on the research and development at Odoo in India. And we have an offshore development service for the partner. So if you want more developers for your project, we charge $120 per developer per day. They are experienced developers, minimum 1 year, who worked on the product, on the core of the product. They do quite everything. They can develop new module. They do customization. We have specialists on mobile development. We have people that can do data import, JavaScript snippets, and of course, they use the process of Odoo. So the quality process, the quality insurance, the automated tests of all internal process are used by these people. So if you have problem as a partner to deliver more customer, please contact us. We continued working on what we can do for the partner, because the partners is the source of the growth of Odoo. 65% of revenue come from the partner network. Only 35% is the direct with Odoo Online. So we launched the other things. One is we'll put the e-learning platform, unlimited usage for every partner. So the idea is that we don't want to sell it, we just want partners to use it because we want everyone to become better. If we become better at delivering services, it's good for the product and for us. Two, as I said already yesterday, Odoo.sh is free for the partners, but we expect them to sell it at the regular price. So don't come to your partner and ask to get it for free. We ask every partner to sell it at the regular price because this platform has a huge value, and the regular price being 150 euro. We'll change also the rules. Now we'll give commissions to partner for every contract. We used to do commission for contracts above 10 users, but now we'll give commissions to partner to all contracts, even if it starts with 1 user. We think it's more fair in that way. We have a 30% success discount on the first success pack, so when we work together to deliver a customer, so that you can try our services. And yes, you get access to our development services in India if you need more resources to develop for your project. So these are a lot of moves to reinforce the way we work with partner. I hope you will like it. And one of our targets is to get 1,000 partners by the end of the year, which is amazing. We are not far from that. We are already at 850. For such a software, it's amazing. So let's talk about the future now. That's what we launched already. So let's talk about what we will do in the future with Odoo. What will be the next Odoo revolution? Today, Odoo is a product. You buy a product with a few users, you get a user, and you pay per user, and you pay a service. So today, everyone perceives Odoo as a product, and it's great. It's a great product. But we think we can go further. Imagine what it could be if Odoo become a platform to deliver services to companies. And I will tell you what I have in mind when I talk about that. I think we can deliver way more value to companies if we are able to deliver services to them. So let's have a look at an example. You know what's factoring? What factoring is when you give your invoice to the bank, and the bank pays you directly, and they take 3% fee on your invoice, but you get the cash in 24 hours on all your invoices. Let's say we integrate that in Odoo, which is a factoring service, and it would look like this in Odoo. You have the list of invoices and a button that says Get Paid Now. I think the button should be on the invoice itself, not on the list, but you get the idea. Imagine the value you provide to your customer if they have the ability to get paid in 24 hours for 3% fee on all of their invoices. That's a great service. It completely changed the game that we have today. Today we have a great product, we have amazing feature, but it's just a tool. If we are able to provide such a services from the interface, the company we work with will be super happy. They can get all the invoice paid in 24 hours. And why can't we do that? Can we do that? Because if you opt in for this service, we have all your accounting data. We can transmit them through an API to the bank. The bank says, OK, tell us that they need 3% fee. And we tell you, do you agree to reduce 3% fee and you get paid in 24 hours? And then you have, in the interface, completely smooth, in just a click, you can get paid in 24 hours on all your invoices. That's factoring services, but we can also do that for other things. That's our age receivable report. So you know the report in Odoo. It gives you what the customer owes you at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Imagine that we integrate with a credit agency that gives credit based on credit on age receivables. What it would look like, you go on the report, it tells you that you have $230,000 of customer receivable. And if you want, for 3% fee, you can get the credit based on that. We integrate with the bank, they check your account, and if OK, in 24 hours, you get $230,000 on your bank account. the convenience of this service can change the way company works. If we are able to provide such a service, imagine the value you provide to your user. It's not about just a tool. It becomes about the whole working environment of a company. So this is an example. We have different examples like that. Let's say we have accounting services. So today it exists a lot of companies that record your invoices for you. You can subcontract a company in India, they record all your bills for 2 cents. So 2 cents, you scan they have accountant recording all your transactions for you. You configure your scanner, and the scanner sends everything by email, and they record the data in your system. Imagine that in Odoo, there is a create button. You say, click here to create an invoice. Or you can send your invoice to mydb at mybills.com, and for 2 cents, all your invoices are recorded by accountant, professional accountant. Imagine the power. You have your accountant that is overloaded. In just a few clicks, all your invoices are recorded for you at a very affordable price. That's one more example, but we have a lot of examples like that. Of course, you have, for example, like I want my voice over IP to be integrated. I want my SMS to be integrated. And you can apply that to everything. So I talked about the factoring service. I want to have my invoice paid in 24 hours. I talked about the credit collection. I want a lot of money now because the customer owes me money, so I can give a guarantee on my receivable to the bank. I talked about the vendor bill. You can record, you can have all your invoice, your bills recorded for 2 cents. But you can apply this to everything. You can apply this to job offers on LinkedIn. One click, and all your job offers, your recruitment application, push your job offers on the different recruitment platform. Or you could have a payroll integrated, someone that manages your payroll. You know, we sometimes have people that say, but why don't you develop a payroll? Payroll is a service. In most of the countries, you subcontract your payroll because it's a service, you need specialized people. But now we could, in the future, we'd like this service to be integrated in Odoo. Or lead generation service. You don't have enough leads. There are companies that sell leads for 35 euros, so they do some cold calling for you. And for every lead, you pay 35 euros. And you can apply that to everything, even things very specific, like there are companies that convert SolidWorks documents or AutoCAD documents of bill of material into bill of materials. Let's say you want this, and you can have something like 5 cents per bill of material lines, and everything is automatically recorded for you. You could imagine translation service, and there is no limit to that. There is no limit to the service requirement. So think about it. If we allow people to use services through the platform, the value we can deliver to a customer increase considerably. But to succeed such a challenge, nobody succeeded to do that. A few companies did it, like Uber for the taxi, or Gengo for the translation service. Only a few companies did that. In order to succeed to do that at a large scale like Odoo for all the company's activities in a B2B environment, we need 3 things. And you will see that in these 3 things, Odoo already excels today. So we are probably in the best position in the world to be the first to deliver such a value to our user. I think we will be the first to do it. First, you need a huge user base. Why? You need a huge user base because you need to negotiate big volumes. You want to offer your SMS at a very affordable price to your user. You want to negotiate with Monster to publish job offers at a price which is 50% less than usual. And you need a user base also to finance the complexity of such a service, the SLA, the complex SLA, and so on. And the thing is, today we have 3.7 million of users, if you include the community. So imagine the buying power we have behind that. And it's not just 3.7 million of users that do something simple. We manage their full company. So we have a strength, we have a power in that we can leverage to deliver a better service to these users. You need, in order to do that, the second thing you need is a community of developers. Why? Because you need to develop all these modules to connect to the bank, to connect to Monster, to connect to LinkedIn, to, I don't know, any service you want to do. And this has been the strength of Odoo since years. Since years, we have the biggest enterprise app store. Our apps are growing like crazy. So we know we have a community of developers that can develop these services faster than anybody else. Because of the open source power, because of the strengths of Odoo today in terms of the partner network, we can deliver such platform faster than anyone else. And the third thing you do is the technology. You need a complex app store. You need a platform to install all those apps, like Odoo.sh. And if you look at it, we already have everything at Odoo. We have the platform, we have the partner network, and we have the users. So the loop is full. So if we apply all those things together, in the future, I'm talking about the long-term vision, we can increase a lot the value we deliver to the customer through the software. And it can be a game changer. So with millions of users, we'll have a strong buying power. So we can even decrease the price of these services, allowing users to benefit from great service at a very low price and in just a click. And I think the in just a click is even more important than the cost. The convenience of having everything that works in a click. You need some money, you click on one, you have one click. You need to publish on Monster, you have one click. This is what company wants. We always think about how can we be faster, how can we make the software more efficient for users to be more productive. This is productivity. This is the way to raise the productivity tomorrow, is to not only improve the product, but improve how you work with the other companies. And if we succeed to do that, then we raise the productivity of users like crazy. So it will also have an impact on the adoption of users because of the value we provide through such a platform. So that's the future, that's the vision of Odoo, that's where we want to go. But actually, it's not the future. The future starts now. So we'll introduce what we call in-app purchase, the technology that allows to deliver such a service to your customer. And Anthony will make you a demo on how it works.
Hello. So what we actually did is implement a way for people who develop Odoo apps to really easily charge their customer who are using the apps. And we think there is a lot of potential in that system, because when we talk about it with partners or people who develop apps, they always have at least 5-10 examples where they wish to charge not only for the app they sell to the customer in one shot, but maybe for the service behind those apps. And we wanted that technically it would be very simple for you to charge. And I will show you. I won't go in deep in the technical detail because we have a talk this afternoon about that, but I will show you what it looks like from the user point of view that will use the system. And I will explain you some of the applications that, that could use this system. For example, we decided to implement one of the services ourselves to test it and to show it. And we were thinking, what can we implement? And we choose the simple service possible, and it's how to send a SMS. So in Odoo, last year we merged a small SMS gateway, and that SMS gateway was a bit generic, so you could use different provider, and we bundled one provider with Odoo. I'm not sure it's in Odoo 10 or it's in one of the online release. But the problem with that approach is that you install the software, then you have to subscribe a contract with the one SMS provider, then you have to provide all the authentication, for example, the login, the password, or an API key into the system, and then you can use the service, and then you receive an invoice from the provider, and you have to pay. So we wanted it to make really easy for the end user to subscribe service and avoid the trouble that you have to do when you have to go subscribe a service, register, create an account. We wanted to have something like a one-click buy directly with Odoo. And the reason we can do that is because many people already have some payment information at odoo.com. We can reuse that payment information and make the flow very smooth. I will show you a small demo. So, and the service we bundled, the SMS service I will show you, is already available in V11. So, imagine that I'm on a customer form view and I want to send him an SMS. So, we developed a small module, very small, that had an icon here to send the SMS. When I click on that icon, I will take this database because the other one I already paid a subscription, so I will take this one. So it's the first time, and I want to send the SMS. I click on that icon, and I can send a message. Hello. And I click send to send the message. Here, the system tried to bill me a certain amount to send my SMS, and it actually know that I didn't subscribe to any service yet, and I didn't pay anything yet. So you get a message here, and this message, anybody will be able to customize it, that says, okay, you don't have the service activated yet, you don't have any credit to send your message, so please buy one. And when I click here, I'm redirected to the Odoo website, and I can buy a pack of SMS, and I go on the e-commerce of Odoo, and I can click Pay Now and enter my credit card information, but because I played already yesterday and this morning, I already have my credit card saved here. So if I have my credit card saved here, I can just click here and Pay Now. Okay, yes, I want to pay with this card, and I wait, and my SMS account is credited, and I can use the system. So we wait, okay, it's confirmed. I close, and now I will be able to send message from that database, and here the message is sent. I left my mobile phone there, wait. It's a very small example, but you can imagine much more complicated service. Like there's one that we want to implement too. It's to send an invoice or a document, any kind of document, by mail. Actually, we already bundled a module called Docs Away. I think we bundled it in version 9 or 10, I don't remember exactly. And it allows you to send invoice directly from Odoo by snail mail. So if you are on an invoice, you click send by snail mail, and then it costs maybe €1, and you have the company that does that. They have printers in every country, or at least every continent, and they print your invoice there and then send it by snail mail. So you don't have to print it yourself and put a postage stamp and all that stuff. But actually, at Odoo, we send a lot of invoice, and we should use the system. But we don't use the system yet because we didn't take the time to create an account on the company that provides that service. The company that we integrated was named Docsaway. And you need to create an account and then credit the account and then use it. And I think that what Odoo brings you, because those kind of service, you could implement it yourself and have the people to subscribe and pay directly to you. But the value that Odoo provides is to make things so easy, and the barrier to purchase the service is so low that the people will click and buy it. So here, for the SMS, you see, once I decided to purchase some credit, it was only 2 clicks away, and I buy it. And I think Amazon has the same principle about buying stuff. And myself, I buy sometimes stuff on Amazon, and I could buy them on other e-commerce websites, but it's so easy just to click 2 times and buy it that you go through that platform. Because your payment information is already there, you don't have to create an account or login or password. So that's what we want to provide with this system. And once I have some credit here, I can go into settings in my database, and I have a new icon here called in-app purchase. And if I click on here, I can get the list of the service I bought and the balance and all the transactions that happened on that account. Voilà. And as a partner or as a publisher of apps, I have also the other side. It's here, for example, you publish apps on the App Store, and once you've published your apps and the apps uses this API to charge people, then you have a section in our portal where you can list all your service, all the people who used your service, and how much we owe you, and we pay you every month with the service that you charge to your customer. And here is the view of a service. And imagine that I want to create a new service bundled with an app. I can create a new service here, and I name it. We suggest that you name your service as with the same string as the module you publish on the App Store. So, for example, Docsaway. And then you can choose the different pricing. And once you've done that, you can have access. Here you have the API key that you can use to charge people with this service. And they asked me yesterday, because yesterday people said, oh, you go too deep into the code. So I won't go into the code, but I cannot resist to show you anyway the few lines of code that it takes just to charge somebody. So I will take the SMS service that we developed. Voilà, it's here. It's just one line, you see? It's just EAP charge, and I take my API key, the account token of the person I want to charge, the amount of credit I want to charge, and then I do the job of sending the SMS. So you see, it's only one line to charge a certain amount of money using this API. I go back here. So, to summarize, what we do is usually you could implement a service yourself, but usually there is some service that exists, and you want to provide those service to the to people using Odoo. So you are a partner and you have a service. I take FedEx as an example, but it can be anything. And the customers will use your module to access the service. And your module, your add-ons, will integrate the service into Odoo. For example, for the snail mail module that we plan to do, we will add a button in the invoice to send this invoice by snail mail, something like that. So usually it's a few buttons or a few screens that you add in Odoo. Once the person clicks on that service, it contacts you to access the service, and then you check, does that person have already credit to use that service? If not, then you redirect the customer to the website of Odoo and he can buy stuff. And because it's on the website of Odoo, he already has payment information, so it's very quick. And also, there is a relationship between the user and Odoo. So there are some trust relationship here that also lowers the barrier to trigger the sales. And once you get, once the account is credited and you can charge it, then it's your job to provide the service with the person that actually delivered the service. And if you are interested by this, I suggest that you go to the talk this afternoon. I don't know when it is. I think it's at the beginning of this afternoon. And we will go more into either the business part of it and the technical part. So Odoo charge the customers. For you, it's easy to charge it with credit. We pay you, so we are in the middle of the payment transaction. And payment information of the customer can be saved at odoo.com. And we know that people trust odoo.com because we have already a lot of payment information at odoo.com. People that pay monthly, we usually have their credit card and we can charge them. And the good thing with this system is that you can think of any service, and instead of market it yourself, you know that when you publish the app on the App Store, you will get access instantly to the full user base of Odoo, which is 3 million and something. Fabien told you this morning. I don't know the number by heart. So 3 million potential customers that you can reach directly from the product. And this is available both in enterprise and Odoo community. But to make this work, we at Odoo have to do a huge focus, a huge change in our focus. And one of our focus for 2018 will be to improve the quality on the App Store. So at the moment, the App Store is a bit like the wild, wild west. You know, everybody can do anything. We don't regulate much, so we let people publish their apps. People can comment on it and give a rating. We settle the dispute when some dispute arise, but we we don't get involved much in the quality process of the App Store. So that's something we want to change this year. We want to, for example, test automatically all apps, define very more precise guidelines and policy about what the apps can and cannot do. Also, give some more guarantee to the end customers, like, okay, if the apps doesn't satisfy your need, we didn't define exactly the policy, but we want to have some clear policy about do we refund the person who purchased the app or not? And we will also publish more statistics and more information for people who publish apps about the usage. And I think we will even manually review some apps if there are some problems. So we will have a team dedicated to the quality of those apps. And this is a very important step that we have to take if we want the in-app purchase service to be successful. Because people will pay and buy credit, so they really want to get a high level of quality. So that's one of our focus for next year. Thank you. And so the things continue this afternoon. We have, I know that I have a talk about this in-app purchase API, and I think Fabien also. Fabien, do you do the talk also with me? Okay, at 2:30. Okay, 2:30. And tonight we also have another concert. It's ABBA Gold in the second party, but what matters is the first party, because we have the Odoo band playing again this year. So I expect you to be there tonight. And we have also the talk of Laura about everything that changed in stock and the refactoring in stock this afternoon. And I know that we have also asked me anything with me, Fabien, and maybe Olivier, I think Friday. So enjoy your Odoo experience and see you later.